Yo guys, welcome to a new video, and today I will be comparing my Oscar predictions to the actual nominations. So the way this video is set up, and I have myself right at the top of the screen. Then I will place in this corner, I will place what movies are actually in the list, and in this corner I will place the movies that I thought were going to be on the list. So let's just get right into it with the actress in a supporting role. Okay, so as you can see, I have nominated Ariana DeBose, Kirsten Dunst, Aunjanue Ellis, Catriona Balfe, and Ruth Negga for passing, but I also said that Cate Blanchett and Jessie Buckley would be possible. And if you look at what I have right here, are indeed Jessie Buckley is up there. I thought she wouldn't be, but she is, and I'm very happy for her to be here. Kirsten Dunst is here, which I'm very happy for. Aunjanue Ellis, Ariana DeBose, and Judi Dench. The only one that I didn't got was Judi Dench, but I haven't seen Belfast, so I didn't know how good she actually was in that movie. But I do think Ariana DeBose is gonna take this one home. She was great. She plays a lot of movies. She was in The Prom. She was, of course, in West Side Story, and she played the Bullet in Hamilton, so I know her from Hamilton. She's great. I very much like her. Ariana DeBose deserves to be on this list. Next up, we have the costume design category, and as you can see, I had nominated Dune, Cruella, Nightmare Alley, West Side Story, The Suicide Squad, and possible Cyrano, The French Dispatch, and Spencer. I am very happy to say that I got 4 of them right, and one in the also possible category. Cruella, it was going to be up there. It was going to be. Cyrano, I put it in my possible list because I didn't see that one, but it is up there and I'm very happy for it. Then we also have Dune, which is no surprise. I do think Dune is going to win this. Nightmare Alley, I thought of that one, and West Side Story, I thought of that one. Great left out is The Suicide Squad, which I am actually quite surprised for. Of course, the movies that made it on the list are perfect in and of itself, but The Suicide Squad, well, most of that movie's beauty was due to the costumes, and I thought that the first Suicide Squad won in costume design, so I'm very surprised that this one wasn't. So yeah. Next up, we have the sound category, and of course I had nominated Dune, West Side Story, No Time to Die, A Quiet Place Part 2, Tick Tick Boom, and also possible Last Night in Soho, and maybe, very maybe, Spider-Man No Way Home. I wasn't exactly right on this one, because in the sound category, Belfast made it on the list. Didn't see that one coming. Power of the Dog made it on the list. Didn't see that one coming at all. Dune made it on the list. Made it on my list. I think Dune is gonna take this one. West Side Story, no strange thing there. And No Time to Die, no strange thing there. Big left out for this are, in my opinion, A Quiet Place Part 2 and Tick Tick Boom, because I thought those were perfect for these categories. Especially A Quiet Place Part 2, because that movie resolves around its sound. So I am very interested to see that that's not up here, but The Power of the Dog is. But maybe that's got something to do with how the Academy Awards think about movies in general. So yeah, I'm a little bit pained on the fact that A Quiet Place Part 2 is left out, but The Power of the Dog isn't. And then we have the original score, and we can see Dune, The French Dispatch, Encanto, Don't Look Up, and Spencer or Power of the Dog on my list, with a possibility for The Green Knight and The Last Duel. But the movies that actually made it up here are Don't Look Up, which I said was going to be on here, Dune, which is going to win. If Dune does not win, I will be very fucking angry with Dune, with the Oscars. Then we have Encanto, there's nothing strange in there. The Power of the Dog, I thought Power of the Dog would take the Spencer spot from here, and it did, so no strange thing there. But Parallel Mothers, I have never heard of that movie. I'm sorry. Maybe when I see the poster or see the trailer, I will recognize it. But at this point in time, I don't know that one. So, the nominees for original score. Some surprises, some not. Maybe a snub for Spencer, but you kind of everything. So, one thing that comes to me right now is how The French Dispatch is snubbed from the Oscars. It's really nowhere on there. So, yeah, the original score, some surprises. The original screenplay, I had nominated Licorice Pizza, King Richard, Don't Look Up, Belfast, and Being the Ricardos. What a great possibility for The French Dispatch and Come On, Come On. Come On, Come On is a movie that's also nowhere on the Oscar list, so that's interesting. But the movies that made it on here were Belfast, Don't Look Up, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, and The Worst Person in the World. Here are some pretty interesting things. Belfast, I thought that was going to be up here. Licorice Pizza, I do think that one is going to win. I thought that in my predictions, and I still think it now. Don't Look Up, it's on the list. I don't think it will win, but it deserves to be here. And then we have King Richard, which I thought too. And then The Worst Person in the World, which I didn't see coming, but I did not see the movie yet. So nothing actually quite strange in here. Then we have a supporting actor role, and here are some pretty interesting things happening. First, we have Ciarán Hinds for Belfast. I have placed it based on his popularity, and of course, he was in there. Troy Kotsur for Coda. I'm so happy he's in there. I want him to win, but I do think Kodi Smit-McPhee will be the winner, and he is on there too. Jesse Plemons. I was shocked to see that name on here, but I was shocked in a fantastic way, because I am really incredibly happy that Jesse Plemons made it on the list. So yeah, he's great. J.K. Simmons, when you look at my supporting actor category, where I nominated Kodi Smit-McPhee, Troy Kotsur, Jared Leto, Bradley Cooper, Ciarán Hinds, and possibly Ben Affleck and Al Pacino, I was thinking about placing J.K. Simmons above Al Pacino, but I thought Al Pacino is much more of a Oscar guy, so I placed Al Pacino up there, but J.K. Simmons was on my mind for that list. Kodi Smit-McPhee is going to win, and he is indeed nominated. Jared Leto, it was maybe a weird choice to place him there, but I thought it was weird and it was strange, so maybe that's the reason they're going to nominate him. And Bradley Cooper, well, he was just extremely fun in Licorice Pizza, so I got some wrongs in this one. Following up for the achievement in film editing, I have placed Dune, Power of the Dog, Licorice Pizza, King Richard, and Tick Tick Boom, with also a great possibility for Belfast. And when we look at here, I must say that I think I got everything right, except for Licorice Pizza. I placed King Richard. No, wait. So I have oh, Don't Look Up is a strange one here. Don't Look Up got nomination for film editing. I kind of get why, but I didn't think that one would make it on the list. Dune is on this and will win the Oscar. King Richard, I have thought of that one. The Power of the Dog, I have thought of that one. And Tick Tick Boom, I am so happy that that movie is on here. It was so great, and the editing was phenomenal. Going back from the actual Tick Tick Boom play to the real life, it was great, it was awesome. So I'm so happy Tick Tick Boom is on this. I do think Dune will win this, but I will give it to Tick Tick Boom in my heart. Tick Tick Boom deserves this category award. So yeah, Belfast is not on here, so I didn't know that one, and Licorice Pizza isn't too, so that was interesting. And then we have the category for hair and makeup, and I have nominated The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Dune, Spencer, Cruella, and House of Gucci, with also a great possibility for The Suicide Squad and Nightmare Alley, and Coming to America. I knew that movie was going to be somewhere on this, and it would probably be on this one, so I placed it in the also possible category. I don't hope that it's gonna get some of these nominations, because I do think that movie really fucking sucks. But yeah, it's the Oscars, and they have to be that. They have to do that. So the actual nominations are for Coming to America, nothing strange there. The Eyes of Tammy Faye, which isn't surprising, and I hope that one will win because it was great. Cruella is nothing strange. House of Gucci is nothing strange, and Dune is nothing strange. I do think The Eyes of Tammy Faye will take this, but it wouldn't surprise me if Coming to America won too. Following up, we have the animated feature film list, and I have placed Encanto, Flea or Sing 2, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, Raya and the Last Dragon, and Luca, with a possibility for Wish Dragon and Vivo. And of course, as I said before, there is nothing strange on this list. I got a 5 out of 5. I was so certain of this. Encanto is going to win this. Flea, I did not see it, so because I did not see it, I placed Sing 2 there, but I placed Will Take, not seen yet there, so I said that it will take it. I have a 5 out of 5. Encanto is going to win. I hope Flea gets there. I need to see that movie, but it looks awesome in the trailer. Luca, Mitchells vs. the Machines, Raya and the Last Dragon. Those are strange things happening here. Of course, Luca is going to be in there. Of course, Encanto is going to be in there. And of course, Mitchells vs. the Machines was going to be in there. Encanto will take this home, and it rightfully deserves so. Then we have the original song category, and I have placed No Time to Die from No Time to Die, Be Alive from King Richard, Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, So May We Start from Annette, Just Look Up from Don't Look Up, and also popular choice was Down to Joy from Belfast, and I have some wrongs in this one. So May We Start, I have only placed that up there because I didn't see Belfast, but Down to Joy is on this and it rightfully deserves, so I think I haven't heard the song before. Alright, so Be Alive, and nothing strange in there. No Time to Die from No Time to Die, nothing strange in there. It's probably gonna win this. So Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, I don't think that one will win, but it rightfully deserves to be up here. Somehow You Do. Don't know that one, don't know for Good Days, so can't say anything from that. Then we have the nominations for the visual effects, so there's the visual, the CGI VFX artists, and I have placed Dune, The Matrix Resurrections, Spider-Man No Way Home, No Time to Die, Ghostbusters Afterlife, with a great possibility for Free Guy and Godzilla vs. Kong, and I was so happy when I saw that Free Guy actually made it on the list. So we have Dune, which is going to win this, I think, because that movie looked awesome and they're gonna take it. Free Guy, which I was very surprised by, and I liked it, I loved it, I love that it's up here. It rightfully deserves so. No Time to Die was probably going to be up here. Oh, it wasn't just for the last scenes with Mr. Bond, so that looked awesome and such. Spider-Man No Way Home, nothing strange here, that movie was giant, but the odd one out is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and arguably, yes, it had very much better visuals than Spider-Man No Way Home, but as I said before, Spider-Man was just a way more big movies than Shang-Chi was, so I'm actually surprised to see 2 Marvel movies up here, with one being Shang-Chi. I am very interested in that. If they placed Shang-Chi, I thought if they were going to do a second Marvel movie, they would do Eternals. But they didn't do that. Eternals was completely left out of the occasion. No Godzilla vs. Kong, which is quite sad because that one looked great too. The movie of the awards will go to Dune. Next up, we have the cinematography, and I have placed Dune, The Power of the Dog, The French Dispatch, Nightmare Alley, and The Tragedy of Macbeth up here, with a possibility for Come On, Come On. And I have some wrongs in this one. I have placed Dune in this, and I do think that one will win. Nightmare Alley is up here. I have placed it on my list. The Power of the Dog, I have placed it on my list. The Tragedy of Macbeth, I have placed it on my list. And odd one out is West Side Story. I didn't think it would win, but it does, and I'm happy for it. It looks great. So yeah, I'm happy for the cinematography. Dune will take this, but I grant Nightmare Alley is up there too. It can make a great possibility for winning the Oscar, but it will go to Dune. Next up, we have production design, and I thought Dune, Nightmare Alley, The French Dispatch, Spencer, and The Tragedy of Macbeth were great possibilities for this category, and I thought there was no other way for these to be different, so I didn't play Also Possible, but there are some differences. Dune is up here and is going to win this award, no question in that. Nightmare Alley, I have placed that one too. The Power of the Dog, I did not place that one. I placed The French Dispatch instead of that. The Tragedy of Macbeth, nothing strange in there, and West Side Story. I thought Spencer was going to make the cut, but Spencer is completely left out of the Oscars, except for Kristen Stewart, luckily. So yeah, I don't think these are very strange. These are nice. But I do hope that The French Dispatch would get some love for this, and it would have been on the production design. So no French Dispatch is going to be completely out of the Oscars, and that's very sad. And then for Best Actor in a Leading Role, and we have, I have nominated Will Smith, Benedict Cumberbatch, Andrew Garfield, Denzel Washington, and Leonardo DiCaprio, with a possibility for Peter Dinklage and Bradley Cooper to be up here too. And the odd one out is for me, Javier Bardem, for being the Recorders. I haven't seen this movie, but I heard that the movie was quite boring and the movie wasn't that good, so I didn't place it in a lot of categories. But it's up there for leading role, so Javier Bardem is here. Benedict Cumberbatch is up here, will probably not win because Will Smith will take the crown. Andrew Garfield, I'm so happy for him to be up here in this category. I do think Andrew Garfield mostly deserves it for his denial for being in Spider-Man No Way Home. That was very convincing. And Denzel Washington, there is nothing strange in that. I can actually watch The Tragedy of Macbeth, so I will certainly do that before the Oscars go. Nothing stranger except for Javier instead of Leonardo DiCaprio. Wow, no Leonardo DiCaprio, that's a first. That's a first. And let's get right into it. I thought Lady Gaga was going to be in this and would have won. Kristen Stewart, Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter, Kristen Stewart for Spencer, Lady Gaga for House of Gucci, Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye, Alana Haim for Licorice Pizza, with a great possibility for Nicole Kidman to be in here for being the Ricardos. And let's just say the odd one out for this category. I thought Lady Gaga was going to take this and was going to win. And she's not even in the nominations. I did not see that coming. I thought she was for certainly going to win the Oscar. So, yeah, Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. She's a good choice, I think. I've yet to see the movie. Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter. She was good. She was really good. But the movie didn't resonate with me that much, so I'm actually quite surprised. But it's Olivia Colman, and she's always in the Oscar nomination, so yeah, she had to be up here. Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers. I have never heard of the movie, so I didn't place her up there. So I didn't know about that one, and that one surprised me. Nicole Kidman, of course, being the Ricardos, and Kristen Stewart. Wow. I'm so happy Kristen Stewart is up this, because I thought they were going to leave her out entirely, so I'm very happy she isn't. But yeah, the odd one out. Lady Gaga is not on this, and I really thought she was going to be. So yeah, that is really, really damn interesting, and I'm so happy for Kristen Stewart to be up here. I don't think she will win, but I hope she does, and I will be very surprised if she does, and I hope she will get it. She deserves it. And then we have the nominees for Best Director, and I've placed Jane Campion at the top for Power of the Dog. I know she will win this. I said Denis Villeneuve for Dune, Steven Spielberg for West Side Story, Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, and also a possibility for Guillermo del Toro and Ryosuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car and Nightmare Alley. Odd one out. A complete Oscar snub. I am so mad for not having him up here, and that's Denis Villeneuve for Dune. I thought he was certainly going to be up here, but he's not. Instead, we have Kenneth Branagh for Belfast, we have Ryosuke Hamaguchi for Drive My Car, we have Paul Thomas Anderson for Licorice Pizza, Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, who will win, for certainly, and Steven Spielberg for West Side Story. Of course, nothing that strange here, only that Denis Villeneuve would be left out for Ryosuke Hamaguchi. I didn't think of that. And then we have the Best Picture nominees, and those are 10 movies, and I didn't recognize every one of them if I had placed them on my list, so let's just take a look. We have The Power of the Dog, Belfast, Dune, Licorice Pizza, King Richard, Don't Look Up, Coda, West Side Story, Tick Tick Boom, and Nightmare Alley. Of course, some movies are up there and some aren't. Belfast, nothing strange in there, is probably going to take this, but I do think The Power of the Dog makes a little bit more sense for taking this crown. We have Coda, which I'm so happy that is up here. We have Don't Look Up, which I placed up there too. Drive My Car, which I didn't place up there because I didn't see it, so I didn't think it would actually be on this, but it's going to be the what was it? The Parasite of this year. It's on the best international, and it's on the best one of them. So, being the Ricardos, House of Gucci, No Time to Die, and a French Dispatch, I also thought those were going to make the cuts, and they all didn't. So no. Dune is up here. Of course, it was going to be King Richard. Could make a lot of sense for winning. But I still think Power of the Dog will take it. Licorice Pizza is up here. Nightmare Alley, which I'm actually quite happy that it's actually on here. And West Side Story. So, yeah, interesting lists. Some movies I thought were going to be up here. Tick Tick Boom I hoped would be up here, but it wasn't, unfortunately. But instead we got Nightmare Alley, Don't Look Up, Dune, and King Richard. I don't think Don't Look Up will win. I hope it won't win. But if it does, it wouldn't be surprised. My personal favorite out of these, all of them, is Coda. I really hope Coda will take the spot, but it won't. I'm sorry. So, The Power of the Dog is going to win Best Picture. Then I am not going to talk about the documentary feature because I haven't seen any documentaries. I thought that The Rescue would be up here, but it wasn't, so that's quite sad. International feature film, I thought The Hand of God would be in there, and it was, so I'm happy. Was it? It was, sorry. Was it? I don't know, I can't remember. So, yeah, the international feature film Drive My Car, Flea, Hand of God, Worst Person in the World, and Leonana Layak in the Classroom. Drive My Car, yeah, that was obvious that it was going to be in here. I haven't placed it on my list, that's my mistake. Hand of God is in this, I'm very happy for that one. And The Worst Person in the World is obviously in here too. No Playground from Belgium, that's quite sad, but it's very normal. I didn't think it would be there. I'm not going to tackle the animation shorts and the documentary shorts and every short movie on there because I did certainly not see any of those. What did you think of the Oscar nominations? Who do you think is snubbed? Who do you think should be less in these categories? Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the Oscar nominations, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.